Even when you're fast asleep, your brain never stops working. While your body rests, your brain is busy taking care of important tasks. It organizes memories, processes emotions, and even helps your body heal. Your brain is constantly active, just in a different way. This is why it's so important to get a good night's sleep. Without enough sleep, your brain doesn't get the chance to do all of these important tasks properly. Think of it like a computer. During the day, it's working hard, but at night, it needs time to refresh and clear out old files. Sleep is a vital part of life. It's a period of rest, yes, but it's also a time for maintenance. While you're sleeping, your brain is working on the memories you made during the day. It's organizing the information, deciding what's important to keep and what's not. This process is crucial for your learning and mental health. Without it, your brain can become overwhelmed and confused. If you don't sleep well, your mind becomes cluttered, and this makes it harder for you to think clearly the next day. When you sleep, your brain also helps you recover from the emotional challenges of the day. Your mind processes feelings and emotions during sleep, so you wake up with a better understanding of them. Have you ever woken up feeling better about a problem you were facing the night before? That's your brain's work in action. When you sleep well, your brain works to help you manage stress, anxiety, and other emotions. Without sleep, it becomes harder to manage your feelings, and you may find yourself feeling irritable, sad, or even overwhelmed. Additionally, sleep plays a huge role in physical health. While you rest, your body is repairing itself. Your brain is working to release important hormones that help your body grow and repair cells. This is especially important when you're recovering from illness or physical stress. Your brain needs sleep to help you stay strong and healthy. It's also worth mentioning that your brain works differently during different stages of sleep. While you might think of sleep as a simple period of rest, it's actually a complex cycle. During the night, you go through several stages of sleep, including light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. Each of these stages plays a unique role in how your brain works. For example, deep sleep is when your brain repairs itself, and REM sleep is when you dream and process emotions. So, while you're resting, your brain is far from idle. It's working hard to keep you mentally sharp, emotionally balanced, and physically healthy. This is why sleep is so essential. Without it, your brain struggles to function properly, affecting everything from memory and learning to mood and physical health. When you sleep, you don't just sleep in one long block of time. Sleep happens in stages, and each stage serves a different purpose for your body and brain. There are two main types of sleep: REM, rapid eye movement, and non-REM sleep, which is divided into 3 stages. Understanding these stages helps us see why sleep is so important for our overall health and brain function. At the start of the night, your body enters the first stage of sleep. This is the light sleep phase, where your body begins to relax. Your heart rate slows down, your muscles become more relaxed, and your brain waves start to slow. In this phase, you may experience sudden muscle twitches, also known as hypnic jerks, which can sometimes cause you to wake up for a moment. During this time, you are still somewhat aware of your surroundings, but you are beginning the transition into deeper sleep. This stage doesn't last very long, but it is important because it prepares your body for the next, deeper stages of sleep. If you're frequently interrupted during this stage, it can prevent your brain from fully relaxing and entering deeper, restorative sleep. After this, you move into the second stage, which is still light but a bit deeper. Your brain activity slows further, and your body becomes even more relaxed. Your body temperature drops, and your heart rate continues to slow. During this phase, your brain also produces what's called sleep spindles, which are patterns of brain activity that are believed to help with memory consolidation. You spend a large portion of your sleep time in this stage. Although it may not seem as deep as other stages, this phase is very important for memory and learning. While you sleep in this stage, your brain is actively working to transfer memories from short-term to long-term storage. This helps you retain important information you've learned during the day. Without enough time in this stage, your brain may struggle to remember things, making it harder for you to recall what you've learned. The deepest and most restorative sleep happens in the third stage. Here, your brain waves become the slowest, and your body enters what's called deep or slow wave sleep. This is when the body does most of its repair and restoration. Muscles are repaired, and growth hormones are released. Your immune system becomes stronger, and your energy is restored. Deep sleep also plays an important role in memory consolidation. This is the phase where your long-term memories are strengthened, making this stage vital for mental clarity. If you don't get enough deep sleep, you'll likely feel physically tired and mentally foggy the next day because your brain didn't have enough time to fully recharge. When you enter REM, rapid eye movement, sleep, your brain enters its most active stage. It is during this phase that you experience vivid dreams. While your body remains relaxed and even paralyzed to prevent you from acting out your dreams, your brain is anything but inactive. In fact, it's almost as active as it is when you're awake. REM sleep plays a crucial role in memory, emotional regulation, and brain development. One of the most fascinating things about REM sleep is its role in emotional processing. During this stage, your brain works to process and organize the emotions you've experienced throughout the day. This is why dreams can sometimes reflect your feelings, anxieties, or unresolved issues. Your brain uses this time to make sense of your emotional experiences, which can help you manage stress and better understand your feelings. If you don't get enough REM sleep, you may find that you're more emotionally sensitive or even have trouble dealing with stress the next day. Aside from emotional regulation, REM sleep also helps with cognitive functions like learning and problem solving. During this stage, your brain strengthens the neural connections that form memories. In other words, REM sleep is essential for consolidating the things you've learned while awake. Studies have shown that people who get enough REM sleep are better at remembering information and solving problems compared to those who miss out on this stage. This is one reason why sleep is so crucial for students or anyone who is trying to learn new skills. In addition to consolidating memories and regulating emotions, REM sleep is vital for creativity. Many artists, writers, and scientists have reported that their best ideas came to them in dreams or during the REM stage of sleep. The brain is able to make new connections during this time, which can lead to sudden insights or creative breakthroughs. This is why sleep can sometimes be the key to finding solutions to problems that seem unsolvable while you're awake. However, REM sleep is not the only stage that affects your brain's ability to learn and grow. All stages of sleep are important, and they all work together to create the ideal environment for rest and repair. Non-REM sleep, which includes light sleep, deep sleep, and the transition stages, is just as essential for restoring the body and mind. It's in these stages that your body physically recovers, your immune system strengthens, and your brain cleans up the toxins that build up during the day. The key takeaway here is that every stage of sleep plays an important role in maintaining your brain's health and functionality. Without the right balance of all stages, you may feel tired, unfocused, and mentally sluggish. It's not just the number of hours you sleep that matters. It's the quality and the balance of each stage of sleep that affects how you feel when you wake up. Dreams are one of the most fascinating and mysterious aspects of sleep. Everyone dreams, though not everyone remembers their dreams. But why do we dream? What purpose do dreams serve in the complex process of sleep? Scientists have spent a long time trying to understand the function of dreams, and while there is still much to learn, several theories have emerged. One widely accepted theory is that dreams help with memory consolidation. While you sleep, especially during the REM, rapid eye movement, stage, your brain processes and organizes the memories and information you've collected throughout the day. This process helps strengthen the neural connections that are necessary for recalling information later. Dreams, according to this theory, may be the brain's way of sorting through the day's events, figuring out which memories should be stored and which should be discarded. In essence, dreaming may be part of how your brain works to clean up and organize your memory storage. In addition to helping with memory, dreams may play an important role in emotional processing. Our brains are not just storing facts and figures while we sleep. They're also working to process emotions. When you experience something stressful or emotional during the day, your brain often uses dreams to help process those feelings. Dreams might allow you to confront difficult emotions, fears, or anxieties in a safe, controlled environment. This could explain why dreams sometimes reflect our worries or unresolved feelings from the day before. For example, you might have a dream about an argument you had with a friend, or perhaps a stressful event at work. These types of dreams could be your brain's way of helping you cope with those emotions and come to a resolution, even if that means only understanding them more clearly. This is why people often wake up from certain dreams feeling a sense of relief or emotional release, even though the dream itself was unsettling. Another theory is that dreams might be a form of problem solving. During sleep, your brain is still active and working to connect ideas, thoughts, and memories. It is believed that dreams might offer a kind of creative incubation, where your brain makes unexpected connections and comes up with solutions to problems that you might not have thought of during the day. Many famous inventors, artists, and writers have claimed to have had their best ideas or creative breakthroughs in their dreams. For example, the idea for the periodic table came to Dmitri Mendeleev in a dream, and the famous chemist said he awoke with the structure fully formed in his mind. In the same way, dreaming may help your brain process complex problems or ideas that you've been thinking about while awake. Your brain continues to work through these challenges while you sleep, offering creative solutions that can be applied when you wake up. In some cases, dreams may give you the mental clarity needed to solve a problem or come up with a new idea. So, while dreaming might seem like a random and mysterious activity, it's actually an important part of the sleep cycle, helping you process memories, regulate emotions, and even solve problems. The next time you wake up from a vivid dream, remember that your brain was hard at work, helping you understand and make sense of your waking life. Sleep plays a huge role in how we learn and remember information. Have you ever noticed how much easier it is to remember something after a good night's sleep? That's because sleep and memory are closely connected. When we're awake, we are constantly taking in new information, but it's while we sleep that our brains organize and store these memories for the future. This process is called memory consolidation. Memory consolidation is a vital function of sleep, especially during non-REM sleep. During deep sleep, your brain is actively transferring new information from short-term memory into long-term storage. This is why sleep is essential for learning. If you're studying for a test or trying to memorize new facts, getting enough sleep will help ensure that the information you learn sticks. In fact, Studies show that people who get adequate sleep after learning something new are better at recalling that information than those who don't sleep. One of the reasons sleep is so effective at consolidating memories is because it gives your brain time to process and organize information without distractions. During the day, we are bombarded with new experiences and information, which can sometimes make it difficult for the brain to decide what to focus on. When we sleep, however, our brains have the chance to organize everything and decide what should be kept and what should be forgotten. This is why getting enough sleep is so important if you want to retain new information, whether it's for school, work, or personal growth. In addition to strengthening memory, sleep also helps with problem solving and creativity. While you sleep, your brain doesn't just store information. It also makes connections between different ideas and experiences. This is why many people experience sudden moments of clarity or creativity after a good night's sleep. In fact, studies have shown that people are more likely to solve complex problems after sleeping, especially after they have spent time thinking about the problem before bed. The brain uses sleep to work through these challenges, often coming up with new and creative solutions. Have you ever had a dream that seemed to help you solve a problem or think of a new idea? That's your brain at work. Your brain is constantly making new connections and processing information, even while you sleep. This is why sleep is not just important for remembering facts, but for improving your ability to think critically, solve problems, and come up with innovative ideas. The connection between sleep and memory is so strong that lack of sleep can actually impair your ability to remember things. When you don't get enough sleep, your brain doesn't have the opportunity to consolidate your memories properly. This can make it harder to learn new things, recall information, or make decisions. That's why sleep should be considered an essential part of the learning process, and not just a break from your day. Sleep doesn't just affect your memory and learning. It also has a significant impact on your emotional health. The quality and amount of sleep you get can directly influence how you feel and how you deal with stress. In fact, one of the most important roles of sleep is to help regulate emotions, which is why sleep deprivation can lead to mood swings, irritability, and even mental health issues like anxiety and depression. When you sleep, your brain processes the emotional experiences you've had during the day. It works to balance your mood and regulate your emotional reactions. For example, if you've had a stressful day, sleep helps your brain process that stress and prepares you to handle it better the next day. Without enough sleep, your brain doesn't have the time to fully process these emotions, which can leave you feeling more stressed and anxious. This is why people often feel overwhelmed or emotionally drained after not getting enough sleep. In addition to processing daily emotions, sleep also helps your brain manage emotional memories. If you've had an upsetting or traumatic experience, sleep can play a role in helping you heal from it. During the REM, rapid eye movement, stage of sleep, your brain works through these difficult emotions, allowing you to better understand them and move forward. Studies have shown that people who get enough sleep are better able to cope with negative emotions and stress. When you're sleep deprived, your brain's ability to regulate emotions becomes impaired. This is why people who don't get enough sleep often find it harder to control their reactions. You might find yourself more easily upset, anxious, or even depressed. Lack of sleep can make you feel more irritable, reduce your patience, and make it difficult to stay calm in stressful situations. This is especially true for people who suffer from anxiety or mood disorders. Sleep deprivation can make these conditions worse. On the other hand, getting a good night's sleep can improve your emotional resilience. Sleep helps you manage stress better, which means you can handle difficult situations more calmly. It helps you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to face the day without carrying over the emotional weight of yesterday. People who sleep well are more likely to have a positive outlook, higher energy levels, and better mental clarity. In fact, emotional well-being is closely tied to sleep, which is why improving your sleep habits can have such a big impact on your overall mood and mental health. The link between sleep and emotional regulation also explains why poor sleep can lead to long-term mental health issues. Over time, chronic sleep deprivation can increase the risk of developing anxiety, depression, and other mood disorders. This is why sleep should never be underestimated. It's not just about feeling rested. It's about maintaining a healthy emotional balance, which is vital for your well-being. Sleep is not just about rest. It also plays a crucial role in your creativity and problem-solving abilities. While you sleep, your brain works in ways that can enhance your ability to think outside the box, come up with new ideas, and solve complex problems. Many famous inventors, scientists, and artists have credited their creative breakthroughs to the insights they had during or after sleep. The brain uses sleep as a time to make new connections, organize thoughts, and strengthen creative thinking. During sleep, your brain takes the information you've learned or experienced during the day and reworks it. It sorts through memories, links them together, and often forms new connections between ideas. This process, which happens particularly in REM, rapid eye movement, sleep, allows your brain to come up with solutions to problems or to think creatively about challenges you're facing. It's during sleep that your brain is free to think without the distractions of daily life, and that's when innovation often occurs. The connection between sleep and creativity can be seen in the way dreams work. When you dream, your brain is processing and organizing information in a creative way. Many dreams don't make logical sense, but they can offer new perspectives or insights into problems you're dealing with. In fact, many of the world's most famous creative works were inspired by dreams. For instance, the idea for the periodic table came to Dmitri Mendeleev in a dream. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was inspired by a dream, as was the song Yesterday by the Beatles. These creative breakthroughs happen because sleep gave the brain the space to think in new and innovative ways. Moreover, sleep is crucial for consolidating memories, which also plays a role in creativity. When you sleep, your brain strengthens the connections between old and new memories, and in doing so, it often finds new ways to connect seemingly unrelated ideas. These new connections are the building blocks of creative thinking. For example, a musician might dream about a new melody, or a scientist might wake up with an idea for an experiment that connects two previously unrelated concepts. This is why a lack of sleep can make it harder to come up with new ideas or solve complex problems. Without proper sleep, the brain doesn't have time to make these important connections. Sleep doesn't just help you come up with new ideas, though. It also helps you improve your ability to solve problems. If you're stuck on a problem or can't figure out a solution, sleep might be the key. Research has shown that people are more likely to solve difficult problems after sleeping on them. This happens because sleep allows your brain to process the information and find patterns or solutions that you might have missed while awake. In a way, sleep gives your brain a chance to look at problems from a fresh perspective, making it easier to find creative solutions. Sleep doesn't just impact your mind. It has a profound effect on your physical health as well. While you rest, your body works hard to repair and maintain itself. Sleep is not a time for your body to just shut down. Rather, it's an active period where essential processes are happening that help keep you healthy. From boosting your immune system to supporting physical recovery, Sleep plays a crucial role in ensuring that your body remains strong, resilient, and ready to take on the day. During deep sleep, which occurs in the non-REM stages of sleep, your body focuses on restoring itself. This is when your muscles repair and rebuild, and your cells regenerate. Whether you've been exercising, working, or simply going through daily activities, your body needs time to recover from the physical demands of the day. Without adequate sleep, your muscles don't get the time they need to repair, and you may feel sore or fatigued. If you constantly skip on sleep, over time, your body's ability to recover becomes impaired, leading to long-term health problems, such as chronic fatigue or muscle weakness. Sleep also plays a major role in your immune system. When you sleep, your body produces cytokines, proteins that help fight infections and inflammation. These cytokines are vital for protecting you from illness, and when you don't sleep enough, your body produces fewer of them. This means that your immune system becomes weaker, and your body is less able to fight off illnesses, making you more susceptible to colds, flu, and other diseases. People who get enough sleep have stronger immune systems, which helps them stay healthier and recover more quickly if they do get sick. Your body's metabolism is also affected by sleep. During sleep, your body regulates hormones related to hunger and energy use. One important hormone involved is leptin, which signals to your brain when you're full, and ghrelin, which stimulates your appetite. When you don't get enough sleep, your levels of leptin drop and your levels of ghrelin rise, making you feel hungrier and increasing the likelihood of overeating. This imbalance can lead to weight gain, especially if it becomes a long-term habit. Lack of sleep has been linked to an increased risk of obesity and other metabolic disorders, such as diabetes. Moreover, sleep is essential for maintaining heart health. During sleep, your blood pressure decreases, which gives your heart a break after the strain of daily activities. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to high blood pressure, which increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. Sleep is also important for maintaining healthy blood vessels. People who don't sleep well are more likely to experience inflammation in their blood vessels, which can contribute to cardiovascular issues over time. In addition to physical health, sleep also influences how your body handles stress. When you don't get enough sleep, your body releases more stress hormones, such as cortisol, which can negatively impact your health. Elevated levels of cortisol can lead to problems like weight gain, poor digestion, and a weakened immune system. On the other hand, getting a good night's sleep helps regulate these stress hormones, making it easier for your body to manage stress in a healthy way. The importance of sleep for your physical health is undeniable. Without it, your body struggles to function properly, and your overall well-being can be significantly compromised. Getting enough sleep is not just about feeling rested. It's about allowing your body to repair, restore, and maintain its functions. Whether it's repairing muscles, boosting the immune system, regulating hormones, or maintaining heart health, sleep is a vital pillar of good physical health. Sleep deprivation, or not getting enough sleep, can have a powerful negative effect on both your brain and body. While it might seem like skipping a few hours of sleep won't have much impact, the truth is that even small amounts of sleep deprivation can have serious consequences. When you don't get enough sleep, it affects everything from your mood and memory to your ability to think clearly and make decisions. Over time, sleep deprivation can lead to long-term health issues that can be difficult to reverse. One of the first things that happens when you don't sleep enough is that your cognitive abilities take a hit. Your ability to concentrate, focus, and think clearly decreases significantly when you're sleep deprived. This is because your brain doesn't have enough time to rest and recharge. Without sleep, your brain becomes foggy, and it becomes much harder to complete tasks or absorb new information. This is why people who don't get enough sleep often report feeling forgetful or easily distracted. In addition to affecting cognitive function, sleep deprivation can also impair your decision-making abilities. Lack of sleep has been shown to decrease your ability to make rational decisions, leading you to act impulsively or make mistakes. When you're sleep-deprived, your brain is not functioning at its best, and you may struggle to process information properly. This can lead to poor decisions, which could affect your work, relationships, and overall well-being. Sleep deprivation also affects your mood. Have you ever noticed that you feel more irritable, impatient, or emotional when you haven't had enough sleep? This is because sleep helps regulate the mood centers in your brain. When you don't sleep enough, your brain struggles to process and regulate emotions, making it more difficult to stay calm or positive. People who are sleep-deprived are more likely to experience mood swings, anxiety, and even symptoms of depression. Lack of sleep can also make it harder for you to cope with stress, which can further affect your emotional health. Over time, chronic sleep deprivation can have serious long-term effects on your health. If you consistently don't get enough sleep, your immune system becomes weaker, making you more susceptible to infections and illnesses. Your risk of developing conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and obesity increases. In fact, studies have shown that sleep deprivation is directly linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. This is because sleep plays a crucial role in regulating blood pressure and supporting heart health. Without enough sleep, your body cannot effectively manage these vital functions, leading to long-term health problems. Sleep deprivation also takes a toll on your mental health. Chronic lack of sleep has been shown to increase the risk of developing anxiety, depression, and other mood disorders. Your brain becomes overwhelmed when it doesn't get enough time to process emotions and memories properly. This can make it difficult to cope with everyday stressors, leading to feelings of sadness or frustration. In some cases, long-term sleep deprivation can even contribute to the development of mental health disorders that require professional treatment. Lastly, sleep deprivation can affect your physical appearance. Not getting enough sleep can lead to dark circles under your eyes, dull skin, and an overall tired, worn-out look. Your body's ability to repair itself during sleep is vital for maintaining healthy skin and tissues. Without enough rest, your skin may lose its healthy glow, and you might notice more fine lines and wrinkles. In conclusion, sleep deprivation isn't just a minor inconvenience. It has far-reaching effects on your brain, body, and overall health. Whether it's affecting your memory, decision-making, mood, or physical health, lack of sleep can have serious consequences. To maintain a healthy body and mind, it's essential to prioritize sleep and ensure that you're getting enough rest each night. Remember, sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. When it comes to learning and memory, sleep is not just a luxury. It's an essential part of the process. Sleep helps your brain absorb, process, and store the information you learn throughout the day. If you've ever struggled to remember something after staying up late or skipping sleep, you're not alone. Lack of sleep can seriously affect your learning ability and memory. Here's how sleep is essential for both learning new information and remembering it. During the day, you're constantly taking in new information, whether it's through school, work, or everyday activities. Your brain is working hard to absorb and process everything. However, it's during sleep that your brain works to solidify and organize these memories. This process, known as memory consolidation, is crucial for learning. Sleep helps you transfer short-term memories into long-term storage, which makes it easier to recall information later. Without sleep, your brain can't fully complete this process, and your ability to retain and recall information may suffer. One of the key stages for memory consolidation is deep sleep. During this phase, your brain processes the day's experiences and begins to make connections between new information and existing memories. This is especially important for long-term learning. For example, when you study for an exam, your brain doesn't just store the information you've learned while you're awake. It strengthens these memories during sleep, ensuring that you remember the material more clearly and accurately. In this way, sleep acts like a refresh button for your brain, helping you solidify everything you've learned. In addition to helping you remember information, sleep also plays a role in creativity and problem solving. When you're awake, you may struggle to find solutions to difficult problems, but after a good night's sleep, your brain often comes up with new ideas or insights. This is because sleep allows your brain to make new connections between pieces of information that you might not have connected while awake. This process can lead to creative breakthroughs and solutions to complex problems. It's no wonder that many successful people, including artists, scientists, and inventors, have credited sleep with helping them find the answers they were looking for. Sleep also helps with cognitive function in other ways. When you get enough sleep, you're better able to focus, make decisions, and think clearly. Sleep deprivation, on the other hand, can severely affect your ability to concentrate and make good decisions. When you're tired, your brain struggles to process information efficiently, which makes it harder to think critically and solve problems. In this way, sleep is an important tool for brain function and learning. Beyond just helping you retain information, sleep also helps improve your ability to learn new skills. Whether you're learning a new language, playing an instrument, or trying to master a sport, sleep is crucial for improving your performance. During sleep, your brain strengthens the neural connections needed for these new skills. This is why practicing something and then getting a good night's sleep is often more effective than practicing for hours without rest. In short, sleep helps your brain improve and refine the skills you're working on, making it a key factor in mastering anything new. When it comes to improving your sleep, there are several key strategies you can use to ensure you get the best rest possible. Many people struggle with sleep due to bad habits or environmental factors, but with a few changes, you can transform the quality of your sleep. Let's explore some practical tips that can help you improve your sleep habits and make the most out of the time you spend resting. The first step in improving your sleep is to establish a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm. When your body knows when to expect sleep, it can prepare more efficiently, making it easier for you to fall asleep and wake up. If your schedule is irregular, your body can become confused, which leads to poor sleep quality. Even on weekends, try to stick to the same schedule as much as possible. This will help you maintain a healthy sleep routine and ensure your brain gets the rest it needs. Next, create a relaxing bedtime routine. The way you prepare for sleep can have a big impact on how easily you fall asleep and how well you rest. Instead of rushing around or staring at screens right before bed, engage in calming activities that signal to your body that it's time to relax. This could include reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing deep breathing exercises. Try to avoid watching TV or using your phone or computer right before bed, as the blue light emitted from screens can interfere with your body's ability to produce melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate sleep. Your sleep environment also plays a crucial role in how well you rest. Make sure your bedroom is conducive to sleep. This means keeping the room cool, dark, and quiet. A temperature of around 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius, is ideal for sleep. If you're in a noisy area, consider using earplugs or a white noise machine to block out distractions. Darkness is essential for sleep, so be sure to keep your room as dark as possible. If you can't eliminate all light, consider using an eye mask to help you sleep better. A comfortable mattress and pillows are also important. Make sure they support your body and help you sleep comfortably. Avoid consuming heavy meals, caffeine, or alcohol close to bedtime. While alcohol might make you feel drowsy, it can actually disrupt your sleep later in the night by interfering with your REM sleep, the stage of sleep where your brain is most active. Similarly, caffeine and nicotine are stimulants that can keep you awake, so it's best to avoid them in the afternoon and evening. Eating a large meal too close to bedtime can also make it harder to fall asleep, as your body will be working to digest the food. Exercise is another key factor in improving sleep. Regular physical activity helps you fall asleep faster and enjoy deeper sleep. However, try not to exercise too close to bedtime, as this can leave you feeling energized and make it harder to relax. Aim to finish your workout at least a few hours before bed, and choose activities that help reduce stress, such as yoga, walking, or swimming. Finally, if you're having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, try not to stress about it. The more you worry about your sleep, the harder it becomes to actually fall asleep. If you find yourself awake in bed for more than 20 minutes, get up and do something relaxing until you feel sleepy. This can help break the cycle of frustration and anxiety, making it easier to get back to sleep. The connection between sleep and mental clarity is undeniable. Sleep is essential not only for feeling rested, but also for performing at your best mentally. Without enough sleep, you may notice that your ability to think clearly, solve problems, and even make decisions becomes significantly impaired. On the other hand, when you get enough sleep, your brain functions at its best, allowing you to approach tasks with more clarity, focus, and productivity. When you sleep, your brain goes through several stages that help with memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and cognitive function. The most important stage for mental clarity is deep sleep. During this stage, your brain works to organize and strengthen memories, and it also removes toxins that have built up during the day. These toxins can impair brain function, and without enough sleep, they accumulate and interfere with your ability to think clearly. Deep sleep allows your brain to refresh itself and prepare for the next day, helping you wake up feeling alert and mentally sharp. In addition to deep sleep, REM, rapid eye movement, sleep plays an important role in cognitive function. During REM sleep, your brain is highly active, processing emotions, making connections between ideas, and improving your problem-solving abilities. This stage is essential for creativity, and it also allows your brain to process and organize complex thoughts. When you don't get enough REM sleep, your ability to think critically and creatively becomes compromised. You may find it harder to come up with solutions to problems, or even to understand the challenges in front of you. Sleep is also vital for regulating your mood and stress levels, both of which can affect mental clarity. When you don't sleep well, your brain has a harder time processing emotions and managing stress. As a result, you may feel more anxious, irritable, or overwhelmed. This emotional fog can make it difficult to think clearly, as your mind is clouded with negative emotions and stress. But when you get enough sleep, your brain has time to process these emotions and restore balance. You wake up feeling refreshed, emotionally regulated, and ready to tackle challenges with a clear and calm mind. The link between sleep and mental clarity also extends to focus and concentration. When you're well rested, your brain is able to concentrate on tasks for longer periods of time. You're able to stay focused, make better decisions, and remember important details more easily. In contrast, sleep deprivation leads to decreased attention span, poor concentration, and an inability to retain information. Your brain's ability to filter out distractions becomes impaired, and it becomes harder to stay on task. Sleep also plays a role in your cognitive flexibility, which is your brain's ability to adapt to new situations or learn new things. This is especially important in today's fast-paced world, where the ability to quickly adjust to changing circumstances is crucial. When you don't get enough sleep, your cognitive flexibility decreases, making it harder to adapt to new challenges and learn new information. In conclusion, sleep is a key component of mental clarity. Without it, your brain struggles to function properly, which affects your ability to think clearly, solve problems, and stay focused. On the other hand, when you get enough sleep, your brain is able to perform at its best, giving you the mental clarity needed to succeed in both personal and professional situations. Prioritize sleep in your life, and you'll see a noticeable improvement in your mental sharpness, creativity, and overall cognitive function. Sleep is not just important for your cognitive function, but it's also a crucial element in your overall well-being and success in life. Many people underestimate the power of a good night's sleep and think that staying up late to work, study, or socialize is harmless. However, regularly sacrificing sleep can lead to serious consequences for both your brain and body, affecting everything from your mood to your physical health. One of the most obvious consequences of poor sleep is the effect it has on your energy levels. When you don't get enough sleep, you wake up feeling tired, sluggish, and less motivated to take on the day's tasks. As a result, your productivity and focus decrease. You may find it difficult to stay on task, make decisions, or even remember important details. This can have a major impact on your ability to perform well at work or in school. On the other hand, when you get adequate rest, your energy levels are restored, and you're able to approach the day with more enthusiasm, concentration, and efficiency. In addition to affecting your energy and focus, sleep also plays a key role in your physical health. Sleep is a time when your body performs important functions like cell repair, muscle recovery, and immune system support. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormones that help repair damaged tissues and promote healing. Sleep also strengthens your immune system, making it easier for your body to fight off infections and illnesses. When you don't get enough sleep, your immune system becomes weaker and you're more likely to get sick. Sleep is also vital for regulating your metabolism and weight. When you don't get enough sleep, your body's balance of hunger-related hormones becomes disrupted. Your body produces more ghrelin, a hormone that stimulates appetite, and less leptin, a hormone that signals when you're full. This makes you feel hungrier and more likely to overeat, which can lead to weight gain. Additionally, sleep deprivation has been linked to an increased risk of obesity and other metabolic disorders, such as diabetes. On the other hand, getting enough sleep helps regulate these hormones and supports a healthy metabolism, making it easier to maintain a healthy weight. Another important aspect of sleep is its effect on your mental health. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to a higher risk of developing mental health issues, such as anxiety and depression. Lack of sleep can increase levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which can contribute to feelings of anxiety and emotional instability. Sleep also plays a role in emotional regulation, and when you don't get enough rest, your brain struggles to process and manage your emotions. This can lead to mood swings, irritability, and difficulty coping with stress. On the other hand, When you get sufficient sleep, your brain has the chance to process emotions and reset, which helps you maintain a positive outlook and emotional balance. Sleep also plays a significant role in your relationships and social interactions. When you're well rested, you're better able to engage with others, communicate effectively, and maintain positive relationships. However, when you're sleep deprived, you may find yourself more easily frustrated, less patient, and less able to manage conflict. Sleep is essential for maintaining emotional resilience, which is crucial for healthy relationships. In short, sleep is a fundamental part of living a healthy, successful life. It's not just about feeling rested, it's about your body and mind performing at their best. When you prioritize sleep, you improve your mood, energy, focus, physical health, and mental well-being. So, the next time you feel tempted to stay up late or sacrifice sleep, remember that your sleep is not only a time for rest, but a time for your body and mind to recharge and prepare for the challenges ahead. The importance of sleep goes beyond just feeling rested and refreshed. Sleep is directly linked to how well you perform in many aspects of your life. It influences your ability to think clearly, make good decisions, and handle stress effectively. A lack of sleep can make even the simplest tasks feel challenging, leading to poor performance in work, school, or other daily activities. By making sleep a priority, you can improve your productivity, mental clarity, and emotional well-being. One of the key ways that sleep affects your performance is by helping you process information and prepare for the next day. Sleep plays a significant role in memory consolidation, where your brain sorts through and strengthens the memories and skills you've learned during the day. This process is crucial for retaining information and performing tasks more efficiently. For instance, studies show that people who get a good night's sleep after learning something new perform better on tests the next day. Without enough sleep, the brain can't properly store or organize the information you've learned, making it harder to recall when you need it. In addition to memory, sleep impacts your decision-making abilities. When you're sleep deprived, your brain struggles to make sound decisions. You may find yourself making impulsive choices, reacting poorly to stressful situations, or failing to consider all the options available. Sleep helps restore the brain's ability to think critically and rationally, allowing you to make better decisions and avoid mistakes. The ability to make good decisions is essential in both personal and professional life, and sleep is one of the most powerful tools for improving this skill. Another area where sleep is crucial is emotional regulation. When you don't get enough sleep, your emotional responses become amplified. You may feel more anxious, irritable, or easily upset, making it difficult to handle challenges or setbacks. Sleep helps your brain process emotions, which helps you stay calm and balanced even in stressful situations. When you're well rested, you're more likely to approach problems with a clear mind and a positive attitude. This emotional resilience is key to managing day-to-day stress and maintaining healthy relationships. Ultimately, sleep is not just a time for your body to rest. It's an active period of restoration and preparation. By prioritizing sleep, you set yourself up for success, not only by improving cognitive function, but also by boosting your emotional well-being. Sleep is a fundamental pillar of a healthy, balanced life, and neglecting it can have far-reaching consequences. Make sleep a priority, and you'll notice improvements in every area of your life, from productivity and decision-making to emotional health and overall happiness. The science of sleep is still being studied, but one thing is clear: sleep is essential for living a healthy and successful life. It impacts everything from memory and mood to physical health and decision-making. If you want to improve your life, One of the most powerful tools you have is sleep. By prioritizing sleep and understanding its effects, you can unlock your full potential and live a more productive, happier life. One of the most important lessons about sleep is that it's not just about quantity, it's also about quality. Getting 8 hours of sleep isn't enough if that sleep is disturbed or if you're not entering the necessary stages of deep sleep and REM sleep. To truly benefit from sleep, you need to ensure you're sleeping in an environment that promotes deep, uninterrupted rest. Creating a consistent sleep schedule, limiting screen time before bed, and making your bedroom a peaceful, relaxing place are all essential steps to improving your sleep quality. Another important aspect is how you manage your sleep in relation to your lifestyle. For example, if you have a busy schedule or often find yourself staying up late, it can be easy to fall into the trap of sacrificing sleep to meet deadlines or social obligations. However, this often leads to more stress and decreased productivity in the long run. By valuing your sleep as a critical part of your health, you'll actually improve your ability to handle responsibilities and manage stress effectively. Sleep is also crucial for long-term health. Studies show that chronic sleep deprivation is linked to numerous health issues, including heart disease, diabetes, and mental health disorders. By getting the right amount of sleep, you're not only boosting your mood and energy levels, but you're also taking care of your body's most important systems. Sleep helps your body repair and recover, reduces inflammation, and supports your immune system, all of which help you stay healthy and avoid long-term health complications. In conclusion, sleep is not something you can afford to neglect. It's the foundation for your physical health, mental clarity, emotional resilience, and overall well-being. By recognizing the power of sleep and making it a priority, you'll improve every area of your life, from productivity and creativity to your happiness and longevity.